So, yesterday, you were tasked with watching a video, and on that video, it had the first half of the video, walked you through your supplemental note sheet, your cheat sheet, to make sure that you had everything that was supposed to be on there, including all the extras, like how to do each step, okay? If you didn't, I'm sorry, you're missing out, and you'll have to go back and watch the video. I'm not going to waste any more time on things that need to go on to your supplemental note sheet because I've given you everything that needs to be on there. Okay? So this is on you now to have that filled out and ready to go, and you should have it out at all times. Okay? Whenever we're doing a rational function problem, it should be pink graph, supplemental note sheet, right next to one another. Okay? Right? It should be right next to each other all the time. Okay? Step 0, simplify the function. Step 1, find the domain in any vertical asymptotes. Step 2, horizontal asymptotes. Step 3, yints. Step 4, x-intercept. Step 5, hole. Step 6, slant asymptote. Step 7, more points to complete it. Okay? So that's your supplemental note sheet. It should be out right next to you while you're doing these type of problems. Here is the first example of the day. F of x equals x cubed minus 9x all over x squared minus 4. While you are writing it down and doing it, let me tell you a couple of things. First thing that I need to tell you is that Friday you will have a quiz. Okay? It will be a summative quiz. It will have 2 graphs and 3 problems on it. Okay? Next week, Wednesday, you will have the Unit 4 test. It will have 4 graphs and 8 other problems on it. Okay? You need to be more efficient with your graphing. Some of you, it's still taking 15 minutes to do 1 graph. Okay? You need to be more efficient with it, and efficiency comes through practice. Okay? Each of these graphs should take you no more than 7 minutes to do. Even the hardest of the hard graphs. If you follow the steps, that's 1 minute per step, which is more than enough time to do what you need to do. Okay?
Then I factor the factor and then the 0.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, and you can factorize this. Correct.
So we can factor this even more, and it can go all the way down to this. Anything cancel out. Nope. Nope. So we're stuck with this fraction function, whatever you want to call it, all the way through. Okay? Here we go. So the domain then would be all real numbers. X cannot equal plus or minus 2. Vertical asymptotes then would be x equals negative 2 and x equals positive 2. I don't know why I wrote the positive in there, but I did. So, okay. So that would be negative 2. Bam. Love it. Good so far. Degree on the top. 3. Degree on the bottom. 2. Small's on the bottom. Big is on top. That means none for our horizontal asymptote. Y-intercept. Intercept. Somebody. What? 0, 0? Plug in 0, we get 0 cubed is 0, minus 9 times 0 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 4 is negative 4, 0 divided by negative 4 is 0. Love it. Okay. X-intercept. What do we do for the x-intercepts? Set the numerator equal to 0. Well, luckily we factored it already for us in step 0, so that would be the origin, 3, 0, and negative 3, 0. Set each factor in the numerator equal to 0. We get that. Back down again. Negative 3, 0, positive 3, and we also had 0, 0 for the x one there. Yep, love it. Poles. Why none? Nothing canceled out, so that's a none case. Okay? Now, because we have a no horizontal asymptote, do we have a slant asymptote in this particular case? Yes, we do, because they differed by 1, right? So that means we are going to have to do some synthetic division. Can we do some synthetic division? No, because remember, it was x cubed minus 9x all over x squared minus 4. Can't synthetically divide if we don't have a linear divisor. We don't have a linear divisor, so we're going to have to go old school long division. Need a number that multiplies by x squared to get me x cubed, and that is x. Change and change. Drop like it's hot. Can I, x squared, can I make that be into negative 5x? Nope, can't do it. So then that is my remainder. What do I do next? Did the division. Drop the remainder. So that remainder is actually gone. And so my slant asymptote is just. My slant asymptote is just y equals x. It's a line. It needs to be in line form. All of this is on your supplemental note sheet. We haven't done anything that hasn't been on your supplemental note sheet yet. Okay? So y equals x goes through the origin and has a slope of 1, so that's up 1 and right 1, or down 1 and left 1. Okay. Now we just got to figure out where points go on it. So let's do left zone first. I've got 1 point over there. Let's go with negative 4 as our second point over there. Again, remembering the fact that our function is x cubed minus 9x all over x squared minus 4. So if I plug in negative 4, that gets me negative 4 cubed is negative 64. 9 times negative 4 is negative 36. Negative 34 minus negative 36 is negative 28. Negative 4 squared is 16, minus 4 is 12. Negative 28 divided by 12 is a little bit more than 2, or negative 2, I should say. It's negative 2 1/3. So we're right there, which then would mean that this side of the graph comes through as such. Yes? Yep. Left side. Let's go with positive 4. Oops, I should be in the wrong color. Let's go with positive 4 on the other side of the graph. That would be positive 4 cubed would be positive 64. 4 times 9 is 36. 64 minus 36 is positive 28. 4 squared is 16, minus 4 is 12, so that would be positive 2 1/3, which makes the left zone of my graph be as such. Now we just got that middle zone. Let's go with negative 1 and positive 1. Negative 1 cubed. Negative 1. Negative 1 times 9. Negative 1 times 9. Negative 9. Negative 1 minus negative 9. Negative 1 minus negative 9. Negative 1 minus negative 9. No? Positive 8. The struggle. Yeah, the struggle was even realer in the last class. Negative 1 squared. 1, positive 1 minus 4. Negative 3. Negative 8, or 8 over negative 3 is negative 2 2/3. Positive 1 cubed. 1. Positive 1 times 9. Positive 1 times 9. 9. 1 minus 9. Negative 8. Positive 1 squared. 1 minus 4. Negative 3. Negative 8 divided by negative 3. Positive or negative? Positive 2 2/3. Yep. So according to my math, the middle section looks like that. Would you concur? Talk to me. They could cross the slant test. I just didn't want you to worry about that yesterday. So we did the exact same thing with horizontal asymptotes. I told you the first day it won't cross the horizontal asymptote because I wanted you to focus in on finding it as opposed to worrying about if it crosses or not. Okay? So just like the horizontal asymptote, it's got to be in the middle where it crosses. It's got to be visible. It won't cross at the extremes. Okay? And in these cases, it's going to be, for a slant asymptote to get crossed, it's going to be in that middle zone. It won't be in an outer zone. Okay? It'll be in that middle zone. Okay? Questions, comments, concerns, clarifications? But let's do another one. Good time. All right, so we got a factor at the top. So these cross out. Okay. So my domain is all real numbers, but x cannot be 4. Everything after that, I use my new function, which is just x plus 4. Now, if you need to put that over 1, that's fine. You can do that. But for everything else now, x plus 4 over 1 is our function. Okay? So, vertical asymptotes. None. Degree of the top is 1. Degree of the bottom is 0, which means I have no horizontal asymptote. It's a none case. Y-intercept. 0, comma, 0 plus 4 is 4. X-intercept. Set the numerator equal to 0. X plus 4 equals 0. X equals negative 4. Holes. Do we have a hole? Yes, because we factored something out, right? Step number 1 to find the hole is we take what we factored out, which was x minus 4, and we set that equal to 0. So that would give me x equals 4. Then I find f of 4 in my new function. My new function was x plus 4, so that just gives me 4 plus 4, which is 8. So the hole is 4, comma 8. Oops, I missed a little bit. Comma 8. Is there a slant asymptote? No, because the first step in slant asymptote is we got to do the division. There's nothing to do the division with. Okay? So there is none for slant asymptote here. This is a free-range graph. Yes. So we need one of these. It's got to be this color, and it's got to be that thickness. And we go from here, and we go from here. Shabam. Questions, comments, concerns, clarifications, extra explanations? Yeah, because that's our function. Never know. There's one like this on your homework. Number 2. Yep. So at this point in time in your lives, you have enough tools in your toolbox where you can finish all of the green, or excuse me, I almost said green, all of the gold worksheets, Okay? You also have the next 12 minutes for you to work on said gold worksheet. Okay? Tomorrow you will be getting an extra, or the review assignment for this unit. Okay? And it will be due on Wednesday. It'll be due the day of the test. I want to give it to you because it's 4 pages long. So, well, because there's 2 graphs, it's only 2 graphs on each side, so it's only 8 graphs. Yeah.